So today I am going to discuss about context-free grammar. We know it. What is context-free grammar? Am I right? If A implies alpha in the grammar, so depending upon the form of grammar, we differentiated various grammars like type 0, type 1, type 2 and type 3. Type 3 was, so what is type 3 grammar? It was regular grammar. And about regular grammar we have studied lot of all the things about, we covered everything about regular grammar. Okay? And type 2 grammar is what? Context free grammar. That we are considering today. And type 1 context sensitive and type 0 is unrestricted grammar. We name it by a very good term. What is that? Recursive enumerable languages. We will see what is type 1 and type 0 after covering this type 2 grammar. So, type 2 grammar, that is context free grammar, we differentiate this grammar by the format of production. If suppose A implies alpha is the production, then what is A? A belongs to N. And what is alpha? What should be at the right hand side of the production? B star. What is B? N union T. Very good. Very good. Where B is N union T. It's very nice. All of you remember this format of context free grammar? Well, in our discussion, during discussing this chapter, we will actually the grammar we represent by 4 tuple. Grammar G is equal to what? NTPS. Where N is what? Set of non-terminals. Or you can say non-empty set of non-terminals. You should say like this. And T is what? Non-empty set of terminals. And P is set of productions. And S is what? That's good. Here, in this, during discussing this chapter, we will change some terminology. Where like N is what? Set of non-terminals. But might be somebody may use N as a non-terminal in his grammar. So for that purpose, I will rename it by Vn. Okay? And terminal T is also somebody may use as a variable or non-terminal. Okay? Because non-terminals are, we represent in the form of capital letters. But somebody may take this T as a T he can use. For example, T implies something. ATS, ATB. This may somebody use. At that time, whether this T is mean by a variable or it is a set of terminals, that might be under confusion. So that is why T also we will change, we will turn in some other way, and we will represent in the further discussion T as sigma. T is what? Sigma is a set of terminals. And Vn, see here we have taken some prefix indicating that this is what N for, this is vertices and N number of vertices. In this way you can consider, or we can say this is V as a variable. V as a variable and N number of, more than one number of variable here again. So Vn you have to consider as a non-terminals and sigma you have to consider as a terminal. So in that case, this definition slightly changes. It is to Vn and T for sigma. This correction you have to do. In the further discussion, we will use the term Vn and sigma. Sigma means it is a set of terminals and Vn is set of variables. Okay? Sometimes what happens that terminal and non-terminal, the confusion arises. To avoid that, what we can say, set of variables we can say. We can replace the word non-terminal by variables. So Bn is for that. Are you getting? So now we will write a grammar, a context-free grammar to represent numbers. Write a context-free grammar for integer numbers. Let us try by using a designing grammar. Anyone should generate the integers, and the integers means integer number with sign. Just go on writing. Try to write a context-free grammar for integer numbers with sign. If you use the production of the designing grammar to derive some integer, then that should be possible. I may be needed 123. This number is integer number. Okay, I must be able to plus 123. I must be able to have this kind of string. I may be needed minus 538. This is integer. Okay, so any number with sign I should be able to derive from the grammar you are about to design. तो प्रोडक्शन कैसे होना चाहिए? What kind of production we are having in CFG, context-free grammar? At the left hand side of the production, you should have only one non-terminal, and at the right hand side of the production, you may have combinations of terminal and non-terminals. By following this rule, you just go on designing the grammar, which derives all possible integers with sign. Let's try it. I should start always with what? Start symbol. So I needed sign. Every number, see how how we can go for designing a graph. I needed a sign for every number at the start. Then I should consider sign. SIGN I will consider this as a sign, not terminal or variable. After sign, then sign I can define here. Plus or minus. So after sign, what I needed? The digits or numbers, integer, these numbers, natural number 0 to 9. I will need it. I can have digit, and I can consider this digit as 0, 1, 2 up to 9. Now, are you able to get this kind of integer? I get the sign. Do I get plus? Do I get the further 1, 2, 3 part? What are the various integers I can have by having that much of grammar? Yes. कौन कौन से इंटीजर मुझे मिल सकते हैं इतने ग्रामर से? एक इंटीजर बताओ. What various integers I can have by having this much of grammar? पता चलता है कि नहीं? Yes is sign digit, sign is plus or minus, and digit is 0, 1 or 2, any 0 to 9 any numbers. So I can have plus 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 9 up to plus 9. And other way, I can change this sign by negative, minus 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus up to minus 9 I can have. So single digit integer I can have. So if I am asked to design a grammar for any length of integer with sign, what should I do? Simple, one more production is required to this particular flexibility we should add in the form of grammar production in this. How should we do that? Sign, sir? हे नॉन टर्मिनल है, साइन एंड डिजिट है, दोनों ही नॉन टर्मिनल है. हाँ, क्या कहते हैं? Yes. Digit implies digit. Digit implies digit. What happens? That digit replaced by digit means nothing. You got. आपको what will you need it? Plus you are getting every time, sign you are getting every time. One digit you are able to get, but you want to go on adding these digits every time until the number satisfies, length of number satisfies. So how do you can grow? You can grow these digits. This doesn't make any sense. Digit replaced by digit. That this again gives you the same set of integers from negative 0 to negative 9, positive 0 to positive 9. आपने वर्कआउट किया ऑलरेडी. Why you got stressed out? How do you grow? You are free to add any variables. Still you are having good space here. Can I have like this? See this form of production, what you are getting here. Yes is sign integer, and integer, if you substitute integer, what happens? It replaced by digit integer. Okay? So if you replace, you can substitute integer by again digit integer. So digits go on increasing in this case. If you go on repeating the substitution for integer, you will get every time one digit to be added to the derivation, and that digits you can replace by the numbers given to you. But at the end, again that integer remains, so that integer should be removed. How do you remove that? By using null. So here integer can be replaced by null. Is it correct? In that case, what happens in the first instance? If you replace this integer by null, only sign remains. That is not a sign, is not a number. So what will you need to do? At least one digit we can allow to have. So that integer I can replace by digit. Now try to derive. So is it now complete? So try to derive this string plus 123. Please go on deriving this number plus 123 by using the grammar given to you. Are you able to derive plus 123? So how do we derive that? Start with the start production. Sign integer. Sign replaced by plus. It is at a time you apply one production. So integer you replace by what? Digit and integer. So digit is replaced by 1, integer. So again, integer you are replacing, you are substituting, you are applying the production, this production, integer, digit, integer. So this plus 1 digit you are replacing by what? What we needed? 2. So 2 you are digit you are replacing by 2. So you are getting integer again. Further, this integer you are replacing by digit. By applying the last production, this one, and the digit you are replacing by 3. So in this way we got the number plus 123. Similar way you can also get this number. So by using this production you are able to derive any integer of length of any length. Okay? Fine. So you take the homework, write a context-free grammar for floating point numbers. One more example we will see. Like today we will see one more example to design a context-free grammar, that is C variables. So note down, write a context-free grammar a context-free grammar for C variables. So your grammar should produce all valid string, all valid variables of C language. So I need not to write valid. You should consider your grammar should produce all valid C strings, C variables basically. how do we start to designing the grammar? So before starting the C grammar for this C variables, I must know what is C variable. Okay? What is C variable? Do you randomly can have a C variable? Can you write randomly a C variable like 1, 2, 3? C variable should not start with number. What again? So what you need to know some of the rules to write C variables. What are that rules? Variable should not start with variable. Start with what? Digits. Space is not allowed. Next, it should not be keyword. Next, special symbols are not allowed. Special symbols not allowed except what? Except underscore. Length is what? So we will consider next is other parts. Okay. What more rules are there? Still it is not covered. It should not start with digit, but middle way you can have any number of after one character. Okay, you can have any number of digits there. You can have digits after a character within a variable. So after the first character of underscore. After underscore you can start with number, digits in a C variable. Do you know that? So after the first character any combinations of digits and characters are allowed. Is it okay? Any more rules are there to define a C variable? Huh? So right now the programming languages don't that Miss Neha is having query about the length of a variable. So length is not still defined. So for high level languages, if you see the length of variable is not limited to any number. Still it is limited, but it is not made the limitations. So people, if the length of a variable is 100 characters, the programmer himself is not able to remember what the variable name is. The length of variable is. So why the limitations of memory of human being, that is made limited automatically. Programming language don't have any bar on the length of a variable. Okay? So that we may consider. As he said, the length should be of 32 characters. We can also consider 32 length should be 32. Okay, we can also consider that. So by having, right now we listed out all the rules to write C variable. Okay, and you are asked to write a context free grammar for a C variable. Then how do you start it? And after writing a grammar, that grammar should satisfy all the rules. Means at the same time, your grammar should generate that sentences, okay, which will be the valid C variables only. Shall we start? I start with yes, my start symbol. Then what I needed at the very start of my variable, I am allowed to see the first characters, that may be underscore or digit. Sorry, this is character. Underscore characters are allowed to you. Your variable may also start with 2 underscores. Your variables can also start with 3 underscores. Okay? This is also the case. So at least your variable should start with 1 underscore or 1 character. So how can we have that? How can we put that condition to be satisfied during designing my grammar? You are having a freedom. You can choose any variables, any number of variables, anything. You are supposed to write the rules for that. Okay? हाँ, क्या करना है? First character, okay? F I am considering, and F I am indicating by what? Underscore or character. Is it possible only underscore variable I can have? सिर्फ underscore variable हो सकता है? Only underscore is never be possible. Okay? So only character can be a variable, but only underscore is not possible. Okay? So F, I can say like this: F is what? F is a terminal. F is a non-terminal, and I am considering this as a underscore and character, where C is A, B, C up to Z. Next, what after F? You may be needed the combinations of characters and digits. So how do you get that? I can take V. So V is what? Character or digit. Then we CD. CD indicates character or digit. So CD is what? In CD, you can start with character or digit. C is small. C is this one. CD is one variable. मुझे कैरेक्टर यहाँ पे कैरेक्टर का या तो कैरेक्टर I can have character or digit or character or digit or digit. This way I can have. This possibility I can have after the first character I got. See, here we are under the process of designing. I am teaching you how to think. Okay? I am not teaching you something which is somewhere is there and I am only copying on the board. That is not my job. I think my job is to teach you how to think of certain problem. Okay? And if you are not following me, then see yourself why you are unable to do that. And some way you should catch up the teacher. That is simple. Okay? ठीक है ना? So right now you tell me where you are. If I am gone already far away from you, so where you are, tell me so that I can start from that place. Back girls. I am looking very clearly that most of the back peoples are lost the interest. It clearly means that you have not along with the teacher. You are not along with the teacher. हाँ बताइए, प्लीज स्टैंड अप, बोलिए कहाँ पे आप? हाँ मिस, हाँ अल्फिया, अल्फिया ना? हाँ, कैन यू टेल मी वेयर यू आर राइट नाउ विद इन दिस डिजाइन प्रोसेस? कहाँ पे हो? यहाँ पे हो, यहाँ पे हो, कहाँ पे हो? यस? P implies V implies CDV na? Why I consider this V? See, F I considered. Why? Because I needed to start the variable, and to start a variable I can start it with underscore or character. It is told to me. See, as per the rule. Which rule? After the first character, or underscore, any combinations of digits and characters, characters are allowed. Okay? So that I am working out. Firstly, I covered the first character of a variable that I indicated by I taken the help of variable f, and that f I am able to substitute underscore or c. Is it a right production? F implies or c. F implies underscore or F implies C. These are two productions here. इसको कैसे लिखेंगे हम लोग? F implies underscore or F implies C. In this way you can write, or you can merge it by or sign. So after that, I am going for the second character. Here I am taking the help of variable V. Okay, and that V I am trying to design. And here what C is I told. C is what? The characters from A to Z. Again, capital A, capital B, capital C, capital Z. Okay, C is, see how much productions I am having of C implies some terminals. कितने प्रोडक्शन हो गए यहाँ पे? और दिया मतलब 52 प्रोडक्शन हो गए वहाँ पे. 26 plus 26. So in compact way I am writing. Okay. So C has been worked out. What is C I told? Then after here I came for a second variable. I am taking the help of second variable. Please sit down, please. So for what purpose I am considering second variable? To consider the second digit of my variable, or second symbol of my variable. What should be my second symbol of my variable? As per the rule, it may be character or digit, and I want to make it to grow for any length. That is why the recursion here v at left hand side v is there, and at the right hand side again I am having a v. So recursion, I am looping here, I made possible, means this way. V plus v means what? This way. From being at a particular state, you are going for what? CD. So this is V implies CD. So this loops gives you, this loops allows you to grow your symbols for any number of times. Got it? So here V I am replaced by CDV, where is here CD I am considered for character or digit, combinations of character or digit. I am here able to, as a second symbol of my variable, I am able to consider variable or character or digit. So that is why I consider CD, and after that V I consider because I want to attach and I want to allow my user to go on considering more number of symbols after it. Okay? If I replace V by say production, what happens? One more CD I will get. समझ में आ रहा है? Are you understanding? That is why I consider V. So this V allows me to grow the number of symbols, okay, during the way. So I was considering only for second character, but by using this particular production, I can have third character, third symbol, fourth symbol, fifth symbol, this way. And that symbol may be character or digit. So CD, that's why I consider. So CD is what? It is basically character or digit or character, or digit or digit, or character or character. This particular CD you can replace by this way, where character is what? Is C, and digit is what? Digit is what? 0, 1, 2, 9. Is it okay? Is it okay? Any queries? Ask me whatever you are not understood. हाँ? दाते? हाँ बोलो. इससे समझ में नहीं आता आपको? ना एग्जाम्पल्स तो आए गए, लेकिन जब कभी आप ग्रामर डिजाइन करेंगे, तब ग्रामर डिजाइन करते वक्त आपको डेरिवेशन भी सामने आना चाहिए. So you are looking at the derivation by having this particular production you are writing. What kind of derivation, what kind of sentences your grammar is really going to produce, वो आपके सामने आना चाहिए. Okay, by practice it comes. So let us write the variable. As Mr. Date says that he want to try it. So after trying some derivation, you may be again come to know that something mistake I have done, and again I can go back and correct it as per the need. So just underscore max, try to derive this variable. Underscore max. So what I can do? I can start with yes, fs. This is minus. It is looking like a minus. I make it underscore max. F I am replacing by what? FB. FB. F I will replace by underscore. It becomes V. Underscore V I am replacing by what? CDV. CD I am replacing by what? CC. V. CC. C I can replace by M. CV. This C I can replace by what? A. V. Underscore M A V I can replace by what? Huh? CDV. CDV. That I can CD I can replace by what? Huh? CD फक्त C किंवा D में. Yes. So, what you came to know that this V is every time giving us two size of character or digit. है क्या नहीं? अभी max तो 3 character है. तो या तो मुझे CD को मुझे क्या चाहिए? Character चाहिए. So I can replace by CD or CC. So if I replace by CD, then further how do I get out of D? How can I remove D? I am unable to remove D. Let us start. CD you can replace by underscore M A C D V. C I replace by X. D I got, V I got. Now D I cannot remove. So some way we need to look at this particular production where we can have resolve this particular difficulty. How can we do that? I can replace nothing. Sit down please. So in spite of having this much of thing, I can have C or D. It is sufficient. Wherever I needed character, I replace this CD by C. Wherever I needed digit, I can replace this CD by D. Okay? In that case, this kind of. So in previous case, what happens? The even sized string we were able to derive. Okay? Okay, maximum. What is maximum? Max 1. For example, max 1. ये कितना size का string है? 4 size का string है. That string we were able to derive in the previous case, but that is again limited kind of grammar. So we should not have that kind of grammar. So this is CD. We can change it by like this. We can now are able to derive any C variable. Isn't it? So if you see, all these productions are of kind context-free grammars. How can you identify the context-free grammar? By a simple observation. You should look at the production, okay, and its left-hand side and right-hand side. See at the left-hand side of production, there is only one variable at the left-hand side? Okay, if it is, then check at the right-hand side. At the right-hand side, you may have any length of production, and but that should be combinations of terminal and non-terminal. That kind of property we really can find in this grammar. So that is why we can say this grammar is a context-free grammar. Okay? So still, it might be possible that not all the rules to write a C variable are not covered. कौन से cover नहीं पे यहाँ पे? हाँ? Which rule is not covered in that grammar? Yes? Keywords are not. Okay. हाँ कैसे कर रहे हैं? Does see what this grammar is? This grammar is able to produce the set of sentences, and the that set of sentences are of kind variable C variables. For that purpose, here we have prepared a grammar, and that grammar is able to give that what we wanted. It gives you only the defined set of variables or defined set of strings. It does not check. Does it really reading what it is producing? Can this grammar reads whatever the string it is producing? For example, if this grammar produces for, which is keyword, can you ask this grammar to read it? It won't read. Okay? So since this grammar is not having the ability to read what it produced, that's why it won't understand what the variables are, what the keywords are, and what the non-keyword strings are. So that is the job of something other mechanism. Our automata can do that. Okay? हाँ? नहीं होता. That is the process. That is the process of design. That is why I told you. F belongs to C, D correct. D correct. D keyword C. So C D. So after underscore, if you consider underscore, see one more important rule we really needed to see once again. So after underscore, V can be what happens? V क्या हो जाएगा? अच्छा V C D है ना यहाँ पे? If we make V as a null now, V as null, and F is underscore CV. Why this you are needed?
Sir, we cannot delete underscore is not allowed.
But yes. In case at the very start after producing the underscore, if you think to terminate at that case, you may substitute as a null. At that time, only remain with what? F, and F is only the underscore, and only underscore will not be a variable. So that is why, for that purpose, after one underscore, I am needed to have character or digit. So for that purpose, this CD has been considered. But again, one more difficulty is there. What is that? number of solutions, but out of it we should select one, which is we can say as a optimized one. Huh? If I consider underscore after underscore CD, what happens? I may not be able to produce another girls. I may not be able to produce one more underscore. This is the query. I know. And what's your query, miss? So here we need to work out. Underscore underscore R. So in that case, yes. Let me think. So the F I can replace by first underscore or character. So what do you need it now? You want more? Here you needed underscore CD. Why you want CD here? अंडरस्कोर नंतर तुम्हाला कॅरेक्टर पाहिजे का अजून एक अंडरस्कोर पाहिजे? V that gives you. Yes. V is null. Then here I needed underscore CD. But again the difficulty is once I will have somebody can replace this F by underscore CD. Again V is there. V I can replace by CDV. Then two CDs are I am getting. So in that case I am not able to get underscore A. If I needed a string of a variable of kind C or D. Yes. C or D. That's good. So this is the really the way of designing something. So here I only wanted to realize you the process of thinking for the design of a graph. So you should be able to design any kind of context-free grammar or for any said problem. For given if you will be given by a set of strings to you and asked to you to write a grammar to generate all these set of syntaxes, you should be able to write the grammar for that. Okay? So do you have that ability? So take one more example. Your query. You go on improving it. This is a very good that you are able to continuously think on the same problem to make it optimized. In tutorial further we can elaborate it. Okay? keywords. Keywords should not be a variable name. In that case, what we can do, this particular grammar will really generate the variable, और यहाँ से what happens, output of this grammar we will give as a input to the automata. Okay, we will design the automata like this. मैं simply बताता हूँ, I won't take your time. Automata will be like this. Start for if I is there, if is there. So again, for all keywords of my language, I will have this kind of automata. See, this is the start of my automata, start state, girls. So here I am having a for input. Where do I go? For for input string, I will go here. I will do the journey of this and I will reach to the final state. If I am having a if string as an input to this final automata, I will reach to this final state. In this way, for all keywords of my C language, I will prepare this kind of final automata and I will ask this final automata whether the inputted string is accepted. If accepted, then the variable which is produced by this context-free grammar is not a valid C identifier or variable. It is a two-step process. Here I will produce and here automata checks. Automata really reads the things, huh? Isn't it?